Magandang umaga sa ating mga kapatid sa media. Nandito tayo sa kapihan sa Manila Hotel. Special itong kapihan natin sa araw na ito. Ating pag-uusapan sa tulong ng ating panauhin, pandangal, ay tungkol dito sa nangyayari sa Senado o nangyari sa Senado. Ano ang maaring asahan dito sa impeachment trial, at mamaya pag-uusapan din natin yung bagay na may kinalaman sa political dynasty. Ang ating panauhin pandangal ay isang legal luminary. Kilalang-kilala na natin is a bright student from the very beginning, from elementary to high school to college, a valedictorian in the UP College of Law, bar top-notcher, at nagtayo ng isang malaking law firm at maraming parangal na tinanggap. At hindi ko na babanggitin ang lahat ng mga parangal na ito. Let us welcome former Associate Justice Antonio Tony Carpio.
Thank you.
Palakpakan natin. Okay. Mayroon ng bagong Senate President. Okay. Hindi na natin babalikan. Alam na natin ang nangyari na dati ay 13-11. Nawala yung dalawa dun sa 13, naging 11. Sumama yung isa sa 11 sa 11, kaya naging 12, at nanagdagan pa yung 12 ng isa, kaya naging 13, 13-9. 13-9 na ang sitwasyon. Ang unang tanong, ang magiging presiding justice of the senator judges ay usually ay ang Senate President. Anong masasabi mo, Justice? Kagano kahalaga ang role ng presiding justice ng impeachment court?
Well, mahalaga dahil if there is a motion, let's say, to subpoena a witness or a document, ang unang mag-rule niyan ay yung presiding officer, no? Whoever he may be, whether he's a Senate President or another one elected. So initially, he will be the one to rule. But if there is a senator who will object, it will be put to a vote. So it's important because he makes the initial ruling.
Halimbawa po, ang motion ay motion to dismiss. Okay. Pagka granted ng presiding officer, siya po ang nagro-rule muna. Unless mayroon ng objection to the ruling, then magkakaroon ng parang division of the House. Pwede naman na yung presiding officer hindi magro-rule. Talagang isasubmit na lamang. Yeah. Isasubmit na lamang sa senator judges. So there are two ways by which a motion coming from either the prosecution or the defense na magkaroon ng kasagutan. Either yung presiding officer, siya na mismo muna ang magro-rule, or pwede niya kaagad automatically ay ihain kaagad sa senator judges kung ano ang kanilang kagustuhan.
Tama yan.
Ngayon, kung salimbawa po ay motion to dismiss, at yun po ay nakalapaloob na sa answer ng Vice President Sara Duterte. Doon sa kanyang answer, nakalagay po doon for the court to dismiss the complaint. Anong pagka-motion to dismiss at nag-grant, assuming mag-grant or nagkaroon ng division of the House, ano po ang boto na kailangan? Kasi yung motion to dismiss has the effect of acquitting the impeached official.
Well, there are two kinds of voting sa impeachment. Yung any motion will be decided by majority vote lang. But yung conviction needs 16, two-thirds. I am not saying 16, two-thirds of the members of the Senate, no? So, yun. So, pag may motion to dismiss and there is a motion to dismiss in effect now in the answer, they can actually dismiss that based on a majority, hindi two-thirds. But, ang problema dyan, the Constitution does not say that there may not be a trial if there is a motion to dismiss and it's voted upon and nanalo yung motion to dismiss. Because nakalagay doon, once the Senate receives the articles of impeachment from the House, trial shall proceed forthwith. So there has to be a trial. Hindi pwede motion to dismiss because a motion to dismiss is not a trial. Yun ang problema nila. But if they actually do that, the Senate majority will treat this answer as a motion to dismiss and grant the motion by majority vote, aakyat yung prosecution. Sasabihin ng prosecution sa Supreme Court, nakalagay naman sa saligang batas, once the Senate receives the articles of impeachment, trial shall proceed forthwith. So there has to be a trial. Yun naman ang gagawin ng prosecution. So tatagal ito, aakyat pa sa Supreme Court. But hopefully now, as the composition of the Senate appears today, mukhang wala ng boto to grant the motion to dismiss. There will be a trial.
Ganyan po kung yan po ang basihan ng ganyang perspective, ang mga senador, judges, ay talagang nakatali na sa kanilang political affiliation as majority versus minority. Para bang ang presumption diyan buo na sa utak nila kung saan sila boboto, na parang hindi na nila titingnan kung ang merito or merit or demerit of the case. Ito po, transcendental question. Can the senator judges transcend their partisanship?
Well, we hope and pray that they will.
Yeah.
But you cannot expect all of them. But we hope that a majority of them will transcend partisan politics. No, I always believe that, well, one or two may not have that principled position, but I think the majority will take a principled position.
Majority will consult their conscience when they decide an issue before them in the impeachment court. Of course, that is the hope of everyone.
Yeah.
That this case, which is very important, involving the second highest official of the land, will be treated with impartiality. After all, that's the oath that every senator judge took when the impeachment court was organized. Now, 13 ang majority ngayon ay 13.
Assuming 24.
Assuming 24.
Assuming 24 can vote.
Okay. Ngayon, nakalagay sa saligang batas, to acquit To convict. Ang kailangan boto ay percentage two-third of all the members of the court. Okay. I think that is a constitutional.
That's in the Constitution.
It's in the Constitution.
All of the members.
All of the members. Okay. Ngayon, narinig na namin ang inyong posisyon tungkol dito. Ngayon, assuming your position is correct, that it is not 24, but the number of senators who are within the coercive power of the Senate, meaning those who can really attend without any impediment, no? Sabihin na natin, si Senator Jinggoy is in prison. Well, later on, you can expound why he cannot participate. Si Senator Bato, talaga namang nagtatago. At pagka sumulpot yan, talagang arestuhin. Ganyan ang sitwasyon ngayon. So, 22 sila. 22. Ngayon, saan ibabase yung two-thirds to convict? Sa 24 or sa 22? Can you expound on this?
Yeah, under the ruling of the Supreme Court in Trillanes versus Pimentel, which adopted an earlier case, People versus Maceda, sabi ng Korte Suprema, if you are under preventive detention, na-aresto ka, you are under preventive detention, wala kang bail, katulad si Trillanes noon, he was arrested on a charge of coup d'etat which is non-bailable. Sabi ng Korte Suprema, you cannot hold office. You cannot hold public office. If you cannot hold public office, you cannot vote. So hindi ka pwede bilangin kasi in the eyes of the law, you're not holding office. Hindi ka senador because you are under detention. Kasi ang petition ni Trillanes noon that he be allowed to attend Senate sessions. That means i-escort siya palabas sa detention. Sabi ng Korte Suprema, no, you cannot hold office. You'd stay in detention. So if you cannot hold office, you cannot vote. Ngayon, under the Plunder Law, nakalagay doon, while the case is pending in court, you shall be suspended. Si Jinggoy Estrada is now was arrested, no bail, so he is now in detention. So while the case is pending na sa Sandigan Bayan, he shall be suspended. So pag suspended ka, you cannot go to office kasi suspended ka. You cannot vote. Whether sabi nila, you cannot vote as a senator, but as a senator judge, hindi naman pwede kasi to be a senator judge, you must be a senator first. So, pag sinabi ng Korte Suprema, you cannot hold office, sinabi ng Plunder Law, you shall be suspended while the case is pending in court. Hindi ka pwede mabilang because you cannot hold office, you are suspended, so you cannot vote. So, dapat yan, Jinggoy cannot, he will not be counted in determining the two-thirds. Kasi there is a legal disqualification, legal impediment. So bakit mo isama siya sa total number of who can vote when he has been suspended and he cannot vote? So dapat niyan, when you say all of the members of the Senate, all those who are not otherwise disqualified by law. Yun. So, doon pa lang, tanggalin mo na si Jinggoy, 23. Ngayon, si Bato, hindi pa siya na-arrest. So, hindi mo masabi na he cannot vote because he's not yet in preventive detention and he is he is not arrested. So you have to give him the benefit of the doubt. Baka sisipot yan. It's possible na sisipot siya. So, pero pag tinanggal mo sa bilang si Jinggoy, 23. So you need, pag 23 yan, 12 becomes majority. Majority of all of the Senates, you exclude Jinggoy, 12 is sufficient. So hindi 13. So that is my position. Thank you.
Of course, there's the other position that the two-thirds of all the members
2/3 of 24.
is referring to the institutional number of the entire membership of the Senate, and the counter argument says that precisely it's not a simple majority. It is a qualified majority, two-thirds referring to the entire membership. And so there are two points of view here. In concurrence to a treaty, for example, the number required is also two-thirds of all the members of the Senate. That's how important these situations are, that the Constitution made it different, no, in arriving at a decision that not just a simple majority of 50% plus one, but made it a higher two-thirds, for example, concurrence in treaty. There are other phrases, simple majority, there being a quorum. Meron pang ganyan yan. Ano? But,
which is less than 12.
Less than 12. But assuming the court, the impeachment court, decides that, or the number of votes to convict is only 15, assuming only 15. Who will be the final arbiter of this? The others will say, no, you did not reach 16. The other says, no, 15 is the two-thirds of 23. So, what will be the scenario in that case?
Well, ang mangyari dyan, and this is very, this could happen, no? Probably it could happen. If the prosecution will have to go to the Supreme Court and raise the issue that in determining the two-thirds vote, you do not include those who have been legally disqualified to hold office, those who have been legally suspended. Because if you're suspended, you cannot hold office. Like madami namang suspension, like the mayor was suspended, aakyat yung vice mayor, ang vice mayor ang boboto. The mayor cannot go to office He cannot vote kasi suspended siya. Ganyan din ang sa senator. If you are suspended by mandate of the law, wala namang vice senator. So bakante talaga yan. You cannot count it. Just like if the mayor is suspended because may plunder case against him, the vice mayor takes over and votes in everything. Now, pag wala namang vice senator, talagang walang boboto. Nobody can vote. So, hindi mo isama.
You mentioned that it's the prosecution that will go up. But the majority, those who voted 15, will say this is enough to convict.
Yeah.
So
the prosecution that will be the position of the
it should be the defense.
Yeah.
It will be the defense.
Well, the party that lost, if it's 15 only, and the Sara will say, oh, walang 16. Anyone can go up to the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court will have to decide this. What is two-thirds of a majority of all? Do you include those who have been legally disqualified to hold office? Yun ang-
That is the
Yeah.
that is the question.
That is the question.
All right. So let's go to another subject so that we can ask the members of the media to shoot their question.
Okay.
Political dynasty. Okay. And then I'm tempted to ask, bakit ba nagpilit na the other side wanted to really have the Senate presidency? Can you address that before we go into
Yeah.
political dynasty?
Yeah.
What are your insights
Yeah.
on? That's why I ask you what is the critical importance
Oh.
of the presiding
Yeah.
officer of the
Yeah,
impeachment
okay.
court.
Because what Sara actually filed was, in effect, a motion to dismiss. It's important that the presiding officer is on their side, because the presiding officer can just say granted. And if someone will object, he has the majority. It's by majority vote lang, that will be carried. So ang labanan niyan, the prosecution will go to the Supreme Court, tatagal yan. So,
Aakyat sa Supreme Court because a motion to dismiss, if granted, will have the effect of acquittal.
yes, it has the effect of acquittal, and the Constitution says, upon receipt by the Senate, trial shall proceed. Trial does not mean motion to dismiss. I mean, motion to dismiss is not a trial. It's not part of the trial. So there has to be a trial bago nila ma-decide. So that's why it was important for them to grab the majority of the Senate and install their own president. Pero ang nangyari, may motion to dismiss si Sara, bago ma-hear yun, natanggal si Cayetano. Iba na. So naipit sila ngayon because in their motion to dismiss, they did not deny the allegations specifically under oath. You have to deny the allegations specifically under oath and state what are the facts, no?
For the sake of the non-lawyers,
Oo.
can you explain, Justice, what is the significance of an answer to a complaint without any specific denial?
Yeah, because if you file your answer, you must specifically deny the allegations.
Example.
Yeah, example, hindi totoo yun na may deposito sa akin na 6.7 billion. You must state that under oath. And ito yung totoo, wala kaming ganyan. You must, ang kanila, basta sabi nila, walang jurisdiction. So, ang effect niyan, pag walang specific denial under oath and stating what you assert to be the facts, you are deemed to have admitted the allegation na may 6.7 billion ka sa bangko. Admitted na yun. But of course, if I were the prosecutor, I will rely on that, but tatawagin ko pa rin yung witnesses. I will call the bank officials, bring the bank records, and testify. I will not rely on that, Talagang tatawagin ko pa because the people must hear the bank officials say that, totoo yan, pumasok 6.7 billion, ito galing kay Mr. So-and-so, cheque, pumasok. So, that's very graphic. That's why the prosecution wants a trial.
Ngayon, kung halimbawa sa complaint na meron ngang 6.7 billion pesos, yun ang totality nung pumasok sa account ng Vice President. Ang tanong, Justice, to deny, for example, kung talaga i-deny, hindi totoo yan, at itong sinabing nag-deposit, hindi totoo yan. Ito yung affidavit nung i-deny yon. I-deny itong depositor na ito. I-deny, yun na supporting document nila. Dinideny yung mga deposit. Anong danger nun, Justice?
Well, lalabas isabina yung bank records and the branch and the bank official, yung manager, and magti-testify sila. Pumasok talaga yung cheque. Cheque belongs to Mr. X. How can Mr. X say now na hindi sa akin yung cheque? Paano napasok yung pera? hindi naman papasok yung pera kung hindi galing sa...
walang ganong denial. Hindi na deny. Ano yung mga defense lang ng respondent dito?
Sinabi lang na walang jurisdiction. Hindi nila dinina yung yung may deposito na 6.7 billion Sabi nila hindi totoo. Pero hindi totoo. Ano ang facts? You have to assert You have
hindi
to state,
totoo, ito ang totoo.
Yes.
Dapat ganon ang
dapat
sagot.
ganyan, no?
Hindi nila ginawa yon.
Hindi
So, ang epekto,
admission na meron 6.7 billion deposit. But the prosecutor will use that, pero tatawagin pa rin nila yung bank official at saka subpoena yung bank records para talagang klaro.
Okay. So, nagkagulo, nagkaroon ng change of leadership, ngayon na bago uli. Ito yung mga underpinnings na nakikita mo kung bakit nangyayari itong mga change of leadership na ito.
To the very last moment, Cayetano refused to yield. Pero wala na, lumipat na yung si Joel 13 na talaga. So, yung kanilang strategy na mag-motion to dismiss, palpak. Kasi ang nakaupo na ngayon, yung kalaban na. Yung the Gatchalian group na.
Of course, what is goose for the gander? May kasabihan. Pero hopefully, all the senator judges will treat this case with impartiality.
Yeah, well,
and they will go beyond partisan
Yan ang maganda dito because it's open to the public, televised ito. And if you are a senator, pag klarong-klaro naman talaga na may 6.7 billion na hindi ma-explain, paano mo i-acquit yan? Magagalit sa inyo yung mga botante. This is nationwide. Your constituency is nationwide. So, may epekto talaga ito. Lalo na pagklaro. So, yun ang consideration ng politician, ng senator. If there's a strong public sentiment na klarong-klaro naman, bakit ka bumoto na acquitted? So, you will suffer also. Your credibility will go down, and maybe when you run again, hindi ka na iboboto.
Okay. The House of Representatives already passed the bill against political dynasty, supposedly in compliance with the constitutional provision that political dynasty shall be prohibited in this country. Ilang years na itong ating saligang batas?
Almost 40 years na.
1986.
49 years.
40 years.
Yeah, 39 years pala. 39 years.
Almost 40 years na.
Almost 40 years.
Ngayon, nagpasa na ang House of Representatives. Bakit ba sa iyong mga pronouncement talagang anti-political dynasty ka?
Dahil yung bill sponsored by Speaker D and Congressman Sandro Marcos, I call that the political dynasty legitimization law. Why? Sa bill nila, which they pass on third reading, there are 5 levels. You have the first level, yung President, Vice President, and Senator. You can only have one from second degree, within the second degree. Second degree means father, son, grandson, o grandfather. Second degree yan. Hindi pwede uncle. Hindi pwede first cousin. So, Yung, in other words,
Ang
second
prohibition
degree.
lang.
Ang bawal lang, hindi pwede you are, let's say now, a senator, you cannot have a brother, a son, or a grandfather, or a father as another senator. So, second degree lang.
So sa ganyan, ang bilyar hindi na pwede.
Yung bilyar, wala talaga.
Ang Cayetano,
Wala.
tigi-tigisa na lang.
Even half-brother, si Jinggoy at saka si JV, hindi pwede. And sino pa? Si, Cayetano.
Dati yung Binay.
The Be Nice, no? So, yung first level, yung President, Vice President, at Senator, isa lang ang pwede. Second level, members of Congress. Isa lang pwede sa member of Congress within second degree. Third level, provincial elective officials. Isa lang. Pag governor na, hindi pwede mag-governor o provincial board member. Fourth level, municipality or city. In every municipality or city. So if there are 10 municipalities in the province, you can only have one mayor in each municipality. So pwede mo punuin lahat na mayor doon. And sa barangay, isa lang din. Pag isang barangay captain. Pero if you are, let's say, if you are the governor, yung anak mo, yung father mo, yung brother mo, can occupy all the mayors. So, lalong maging the political dynasty will become stronger. Talagang it will legitimize the political dynasty. So, we are against the House version because it will not stop the political dynasties from being entrenched, it will make them more entrenched. Yun ang problema. It's against the Constitution. Pag pumasa ito, dalawang option, we can question it in the Supreme Court and say, hindi ito anti-political dynasty. This is pro-political dynasty. Or we can conduct a people's initiative to repeal that, to have our own, and that is what we are doing. We are launching a people's initiative to enact a real, genuine anti-political dynasty law na tawag namin isa lang dapat for the national officials, President, Vice President, Senators, Congressmen, isa lang. For the local, isa lang din. Within the province,
hanggang anong degree?
Fourth degree.
Hanggang fourth degree. Can you explain the...
Yeah. That means, hindi pwede tumakbo yung kapatid mo, yung tatay mo, yung anak mo, yung grandson mo, at saka yung uncle, at saka yung first cousin. First cousin is fourth degree, uncle is third degree. Anak mo o grandfather mo or father mo, second degree yan.
So in each level, hindi pwede yung ganun. Hanggang fourth degree of consanguinity and
or affinity.
Affinity.
Whether full blood, half blood, legitimate or illegitimate, or even common law.
Or in-laws.
Yes, in-laws, consanguinity.
Consanguinity.
And kasama doon yung mga common law. You live together, you declare yourself as husband and wife, but you're not married, kasama yon.
Partner.
Partner.
Ang usual, ang ginagamit ngayon, partner. Partner.
Oh.
Okay. So, yung main difference, yung current bill ng House or passed by the House is up to the second degree of consanguinity
and affinity.
Ang ano pang other difference no sa inyong version?
Well, yung sa amin, isa lang, dalawang level lang. Ang sa version sa House, 5 levels. Sa amin, Senator, President, Vice President, Senator, and members of Congress, whether district legislative, district representative or party list, isa lang. Sa local, whether province, municipality, or barangay,
Or city.
isa lang. Pag may governor na kayo, hindi na pwede tumakbo within the fourth civil degree of consanguinity or affinity to any other elective position in the same province.
Okay. Oh, maliwanag. I mean, the issues are clear. So, to summarize, the House version allows or limits the family by consanguinity or affinity up to the second degree, and in 5
Levels.
Sa inyo, up to the fourth degree of or affinity,
2 levels.
two levels, national and
And
local.
local.
Okay. All right. I hope that's clear.